So I think the word virtualization gets people a little confused because they start thinking of hypervisors and hardware virtualization. And hardware virtualization is great in the test environment because it helps drive up utilization of hardware. But that's only part of the problem. You also have to get the software installed on that hardware, which involves labor, and often you wish you had the ability to test against systems that don't exist yet. You don't have the software you want to test against. So service virtualization is all about simulating or virtualizing at a higher level of abstraction. The types of services that your enterprise applications depend on. Maybe those are web services or interactions with a mainframe with CICS transactions by passing COM areas around. So service virtualization is all about simulating behavior at that level in order to facilitate testing of all the things that depend on those layers of infrastructure in your IT environment. Most enterprises have many generations of technology, and over the years they've used SOA and ESBs to bridge those different technologies. So they might be running web applications in something like Web Server Application Server. That might be backed by a web service. That in turn might be backed by a CICS transaction. And so these complicated environments, you really need to support a wide range of interconnects and transports and middleware. And so Green Hat supports such a variety. When you look at where the risk is in today's applications, it's not so much in what happens when you click this button in this particular user interface. What matters is what happens when you send this message to this other system that then needs to get processed by yet another back-end system that then talks to a third party or interacts with a database or interacts with a mainframe. It's often unrealistic to be able to stand up all the dependencies early in the development lifecycle. The cost of the hardware may be prohibitive to give every development team access to these systems every day in their agile development process. Maybe the services aren't available yet because another team is developing them and they move at different velocities. Service virtualization enables the agile team to do testing of fully integrated systems by simulating the dependencies that they're not actively changing while continuously deploying the bits that they have been developing and enabling that end-to-end testing that's going to drive out risk earlier in the development cycle.